Does Zion Williamson's weight gain keep getting worse, and is this posing a headache to the Pelicans? Let's see. Since making his NBA debut, injuries have caused Zion Williamson to miss 194 games, casting a shadow over his career. He only participated in 29 of the 82 games that were played this season. He suffered a hamstring strain against the Philadelphia 76ers on January 2nd, which caused him to miss the remainder of the season. He missed 8 games until December due to various injuries and COVID regimens. Many thought that his poor work ethic kept him off the court and hindered his rehabilitation. Zion Williamson, however, put on weight since he was unable to walk because of his foot surgery recovery setback. Here are Williamson's comments from late last year regarding the situation. What people don't understand is, even the writers and stuff, if they have children of their own, imagine if somebody talked about their children, how they spoke about me. He continued, critiquing my body, critiquing how I look. Every time they talked about me, it was about weight and how bad I looked. I don't even think they realized what kind of impact that can have on you. Williamson added, I was like, you all relax. Hearing it from you all doesn't help me, and it makes it worse for me as a matter of fact. So when I broke it down like that, they understood. Once my foot heals, I'll get back on track. Between July and September of 2022, Williamson lost 35 pounds according to his chef, Jonas Lewis. Zion Williamson gained a lot of weight last year according to reports. He gained 284 pounds before the 2022-2023 NBA season began. To get ready for his comeback this season, he brought in Chef Lewis and performance specialist Jasper Bibbs. Without Zion Williamson, the New Orleans Pelicans qualified for the playoffs in 2022. He lost in 6 games despite giving the top-seeded Phoenix Suns a serious competition in the first round. With Williamson back in the starting lineup, they were anticipated to be a formidable team going into the 2022-2023 campaign. Thanks to Williamson's MVP-caliber performance, they had a strong start to the year. Prior to his injury, he was averaging 26.0 points, 10.0 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game. Before their season took a turn for the worst, the Pelicans were 23-14 at that point. Thanks to Brandon Ingram's efforts, the Pelicans managed to survive, but Zion Williamson's prolonged absence has been detrimental to the club in recent games. The Pelicans were unable to secure a 6th, 7th, or 8th seed after losing their season finale to the Timberwolves. As the 6th seed, they would have made it into the playoffs and would have had several chances to advance to the 7th or 8th seed in the play-in tournament. Rather, they fell to 9th place and lost a crucial home game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, missing out on the playoffs. Zion Williamson, a standout player for the New Orleans Pelicans, has faced criticism about his weight throughout his NBA career. The 22-year-old recently talked about how this has affected him. Williamson said to Melissa Rowland of Fox Sports that his recovery from foot surgery, which kept him out of the 2021-2022 season, was not given enough thought. That's nasty because with a lower body injury, that dictates how you walk, that dictates how you run, how you do everyday activities, and how you move. Williamson stated, I was only trying to make sure my foot was straight, and for the entire world to criticize me like that, it was quite a bit. It was a lot, and I won't lie to you. Williamson added that he doesn't believe the critics give any thought to how their remarks may impact them. What people don't understand is, even the writers and stuff, if they had children of their own, imagine if somebody talked about their children how they spoke about me. He stated, criticizing my appearance and body, whenever they discussed me, it was always about my appearance and weight. They probably had no idea the kind of effect something might have on you. At 284 pounds, Williamson is a 6 feet 6-inch power forward with one of the most unusual skill sets in the league. His weight skyrocketed following surgery since he had to stop his rehabilitation due to a relapse in bone healing. The Jeek product was thought to have a subpar work ethic by many. His stepfather and mother questioned Williamson's regimen due to the intense discourse surrounding him. I said, y'all, I'm white. It doesn't help me to hear it from you guys. In fact, it makes things worse for me, stated Williamson. So they understood when I explained things that way. I'll resume my schedule as soon as my foot recovers. Williamson worked with sports medicine and performance specialist Jasper Bibbs to be ready for his comeback. In addition, from July to September, he employed Jonas Lewis, a personal chef, to prepare all of his meals. I don't know if I'm supposed to say the number, but I'll say this. Well over 35 pounds per year, Lewis said. We were dropping almost 7 to 9 pounds a week. By the third week, he started seeing the results. He couldn't pay Zion to put his shirt on. Zion Williamson, the top player for the Pelicans, is one of the most brilliant players in the NBA, but his lack of health has made none of it matter. Zion's career to date has been primarily characterized by weight gain injuries, which have utterly ruined his time with the Pelicans thus far. John Sally, however, contends that Zion is not solely to blame for his weight issues. Rather, he placed the responsibility on the NBA for scheduling an excessive number of games. Zion's weight gain wasn't his fault, Sally claimed in a conversation with Brandon Scoop B. Robinson. We play 15 games a month in the NBA, which is why he was going to get hurt. In college, he played 30 games a year. So in 2 months, he played a college career season, and he's played against heavy opponents. We are aware of Zion's difficult circumstances in the NBA. Even though he has a career average of 25.8 points per game, he has struggled to establish himself with the Pelicans because of a series of unfortunate events. Williamson experienced a number of health scares while still in college, including the well-known incident involving the shattered Nikes that went viral on the internet. Really, that was just the beginning of the discussion about Williamson's size. There were valid worries regarding his body and his potential for durability in the NBA prior to draft day. An athlete will tell you that if you play the game long enough, you never truly avoid injuries. But there was a feeling in the community that Williamson was endangering himself by playing at such a large size. Zion is currently weighing about 285 pounds, so if he doesn't lose some weight and takes some pressure off his knees, things might get worse for him. Whatever the case, Williamson's season will be very important, and if he continues in the same direction, there may be serious repercussions. It would be the end of an era in New Orleans if the Pelicans decided to part ways with their young all-star, should things get that bad. As it turns out, throughout his first 4 years in the league, such concerns have been well-founded. But until then, it will be up to Zion to prove that he can keep himself in check and maintain his health over a long period. Zion Williamson made a concerning statement earlier this month following the Pelicans' disastrous 5th straight loss, which may have raised red flags in the New Orleans front office. It's difficult at the moment, but I'm putting some distance between myself and the process, he remarked, following the team's 136-124 loss to the Dallas Mavericks. I'm doing everything I can to buy it right now. Although Williamson may not have realized it at the time, in the middle of the team's testing phase, it was hardly the resounding endorsement that New Orleans would have been expecting for the face of the squad. Thus, the following day, a 1-hour team meeting was scheduled. What was the outcome? A thrilling 131-110 triumph over Dallas spurred an unexpected comeback for the Pelicans, who won 5 of their last 6 games. The fact that Williamson was beginning to resemble his former self again, getting to rim more frequently and finishing at a faster pace, was more significant than anything else. Williamson, who averaged 25.6 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 5.4 assists while shooting 60.3% from the field, appeared in all 5 of those victories. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it amazing, please don't forget to hit that like button below. And if you want to stay updated with more great content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the red button and just ringing the notification bell so you never miss any future content from us. Your support means the world to us.